doing well. Welcome to the Sapphire Spider Oracle channel. If this is your first time here with us today, thank you so much for stopping by. I said us like I'm a plural. Aquarius. That tells me spirit is here. For sure for you guys, because I just said us as if I am more than one person, and I was about to say I am surely not, and spirit like didn't want me to say it, so there's interesting implications coming through right here at the beginning for you guys. So before we get started, just wanted to say at the end of this video I do have some sound healing with this music bowl for you guys, the sound bowl for you guys. So if you feel like you need some of that, especially for the throat chakra, which is why we are featuring all this blue today. I also got my nails done and they're looking fabulous, and they're this nice minty blue. So robin's egg blue, turquoise blue, whatever you want to call it. I love this color blue, and it is a chakra that has been wanting to get worked on lately. So if you need some clearing through the throat chakra, or if you just want to listen to a singing bowl. Thank you, Spirit. That finally, I've been saying sound bowl all day. It's a singing bowl. Jeez. Okay, so singing bowl. If you want to come through with that at the end, that will be at the end of this video for you. But we're just going to get started. This is my David Bowie Starman Tarot. I love this. I had a little vision this morning before I fully got out of bed that involved some imagery that really tied into this deck, so I felt like that's what I was supposed to do today, and Spirit made it very clear they wanted me to do readings today. So let's just get started. I didn't pull any oracle cards this time. We're just jumping in. Oh, that's the other thing though. It just did it again. It's telling me that it wants me to pull cards today instead of like just letting them fall out of the deck. Oh, except for that one. Except for those two. Because I don't know, it's something about like the masculine energy, like it kind of wants me to pull cards more today. So let's just put these over here. But Aquarius, these popped out for you, and let's get started. Interesting. Well, okay, so I'm gonna say right off the bat, this reading's gonna be, well, it doesn't have to be a relationship reading, right? Like the Lover's card is not always about a relationship, but it can be, especially with this Five of Swords coming out. I would say seeing these two cards together makes me feel like it's a relationship reading, and if not, then it can be viewed in a similar way. So I'm just going to start with this Lover's card. What I love about this Lover's card is how androgynous the figures are. So this could very much be about relationships that are definitely not strictly male and female, in the sense that either physically or, you know, gender identity wise, they are not fully masculine and feminine in the ways that we traditionally view those things, right? So it's really pointing out this eye today for some reason. So this is like a third eye. This is like a spiritual eye. You could feel, I just said it as someone is watching from above. And that's kind of what these little slight cheruby angelic kind of ladies are up here. It's like but the messages came through like being watched from above. So that could definitely be from ancestors, meaning that they are watching over you or your relationship or your desires for a relationship. This could also be taken, I don't know, it's kind of giving me a mixed signal right now, as if like this eye could be looking at you in both ways. It just said looking down on you in both ways, looking down from above as in protection, and someone looking down on you and your relationship, or whatever this card is reading for you. This is all about unity. This is all about coming together. And if it's just you and your energy, then this is about usually like your heart and your mind, or two halves of you coming together. And that's why I do love that it's so androgynous, because it's actually the same face on every single figure in here. So it could very much imply that this is just something within yourself that is trying to come together. Interesting. Okay. This hummingbird right down here by her hoo-ha. I had a hummingbird fly up in my face today. There's a message here about, I mean, there's literally honey dripping from her. This is the womb space. This is the sacred feminine space. And it is dripping sweetness. It wants me to mention the WAP song that just came up from Cardi B. Which, I mean, that is that's a pretty literal description of what that song is, right? Like, yeah. But that's what I mean. There's okay, sorry Aquarius, this message is coming in kind of like in little bits and pieces. There is an implication here that you are, it just said honeypot, that you are this honeypot. And that there are birds and bees that are coming to collect that honey and that sweet nectar. Now, this is just talking about the sacral chakra. It could literally be about like sex for you, but it could also simply be that energy. And your sacral chakra is not just sex, it's relationships, it's love, it's children, it's family, it's all kinds of things. It's a creative center that when you tap into that energy fully in your body, you can literally like birth new projects. Like there's all kind, and you can really tap into spirit through it. And that's what is kind of implying. It's like that energy center of your body is it just said on fire. Like it's on fire right now in a good way. And it's like attracting all of this energy, all of these messages, all of these spirits, all these ancestors, all this attention. Like there's yeah, like okay, it totally just gave me that WAP song, and like the whole implication that your energy, nice, I like that it took that shift. I like when a reading takes a little bit of a shift. It's like there's a lot of energies picking up on your energy, which is, I think, actually feeling pretty good, and it's like they're attracting to it, like a bee to a flower type deal. So I do think that you're like coming into unity, but that's where I feel like maybe this eye has that double meaning. It's like it just said haters. Like it's like there's a lot of people watching over you. You're doing a great job of becoming yourself, or doing whatever it is you're doing, coming into unity with some kind of decision or feeling within yourself. But I think you might possibly have just a few, not like a lot. I think you might have some people kind of peeking on your circumstances or situation or whatever this is, and not totally on your side. And I think that's exactly why this Five of Swords is here. So Aquarius, not to put some rain on this parade here, but I'm feeling like this is either the energy of the people that are possibly watching you that are not very happy about your energy being here. They're jealous, they're angry, they're upset, they feel left out, whatever. Or this card right here is either a warning for energy coming in, or I would say it is, no, it doesn't want to say it. I was going to say, or it's like past energy that you've gotten over. Because one of my last readings for Aquarius was pretty emotional, so I could see that, but it's not wanting me to say that. So it's saying though that you could very much be this figure right here. Okay? So this doesn't mean necessarily, man, there's like a two-sided thing with you, Aquarius, though. It's like, okay, this could possibly be someone else spying on you in your happy situation, trying to hurt you, or Spirit's trying to tell you that you need to stand in this position and not be this figure right here. And that's where this becomes that warning of like, this is the position you need to be in. This is the energy that's coming up. Which figure are you going to be? This one down on its knees in pain, or are you going to be this one? And that's where I'm going to say for sure you want to stand in this position. Now, a Five of Swords energy kind of card, it definitely implies, it just said like manipulation. It's sharp energy, right? It's swords. So like a stab through the heart type deal, a fight, a competition. My tummy, as I say all of this, there's a lot of movement in here, and that's your solar plexus chakra, which is this yellow color. That's a lot about self-empowerment. That has a lot to do with when we come into confrontation with people. It's the ego center, and he's got a lot of yellow on him. So this could very much be about a card that's here to tell you to empower yourself. And I like that. I think that's more of the shift it just took. It's like I think Spirit's telling you, like, you are stepping into this energy. You're doing a great job. You've been working on yourself a lot inside, or you've been working on a relationship, balancing things a lot. You're doing a great job. And this kind of comes in to be like, you need to empower yourself because some of this energy might be approaching. This person in this Five of Swords, depending on, like which decks you use and everything, this person can be very mean and manipulative and hurtful. And that's the whole thing. They're usually the victor. They're usually the person that hurt everybody else and took the swords. That is not the case in this card. That is not what this Five of Swords card. There's like this shadowy, inky, bloody figure of something. It's like you can't even fully make it out. And this person actually has a face. This person actually has eyes. So it's more, to me, this feels more of like your energy being self-empowered in those really good ways that can then take this energy out. This figure kind of walking, it's back here and you might not totally see it, but there's like the lake of fire type deal. That's what I mean. There's very much this like redemption theme of like, it's giving me like the scene of like Anakin Skywalker there at the edge of the lava right before he like loses his limbs and everything. It's like this figure's walking away from that before that moment happens, right? Like, you don't want to get hurt. You don't want to get burned. You don't want to deal with any of that. Stepping away. And Anakin, thank you, Spirit, Anakin gets to that point there on the planet because of his love, but he takes it into that dark side realm where it becomes like jealousy and having to save everything and having to, do whatever it possibly takes to save this person or this love or this relationship or blah, 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 blah. And that's that dark energy where it's like, no, don't go there. Don't go there. So that's what I feel like this figure's really representing to me. Don't go there. Don't be this person. Recognize the situation. Stand up. Empower your energy. Also, Aquarius, you are air sign, so this is very much like take your power back, take your sword back. Let's see what's up with some more cards. Yeah, we're just going to shuffle for you guys. If I finish the fourth one, man, my tummy is talking to me right now for you guys, Aquarius, like talking. There's a lot of energy moving. What's up with this Lover's card? Look at that with the Prince of Swords. Okay, this Prince of Swords again. And look, it already gave me the card for this one. This Prince of Swords energy on top of this Lover's energy, very much so. Knight of Swords. Yeah. Look at him. He is like cut up, battled up. He's got like holes in his hands, very stigmata-like. Nice though. There's chains down here between his legs and with a lock, and it's broken. So it's very much like, yeah, like there was a lot of, and his body says like no rules, no future. It always brings me back to like emo music, emo energy, or just angry rock energy. Oh, nice. The dynamite down here, it says love on the dynamite. So that's what that's what I'm saying. Like this little figure that was back here with the Annie, that's what I mean. It's like, okay, woo, thank you, Spirit. There was previously a lot of self-sacrificial energy for you, Aquarius. I think that you are very much this figure kind of crawling out of this. It feels like and that's where like the stigmata wounds come in. It's like you went through a lot to work on yourself or a relationship. You went through, it just said hell. You just went through hell to work on something. But in doing all of that, you realized that you were sacrificing much more than was needed. And that's where like kind of that theme of like emo music and rock music comes in. It's like kind of angry, but also kind of sad. Using those emotions properly to express yourself, like through music, you know, just crying it out in the car, or like whatever is kind of giving me that right now. So I mean, it's not necessarily that you did this to yourself. If you were self-harming, hopefully you have stepped away from that for sure. I mean, that can be implied in this card, I would say. That Prince of Swords is very much some war energy, some fighting energy at times. Mental fighting, words, communications, angry things. But there's very much this like emo aspect to it. It just wants me to keep saying like this emo aspect to it, in the sense that all of that comes from emotions and feelings and all of these wounds in either you or that person, the other person's energy. So it can be a little toxic. I want to point out that there's an Elvis face over here in this card, and I literally brought in an Elvis deck as like a luck deck here at the end. So there is a little bit of that. It kind of makes me feel like, right, like it was just like bad luck, like a bad run, bad relationship, or you just noticed some habits or things that you do for other people or for these relationships to try and save them, and it just so isn't even worth it because it's just getting you all hurt. And this is very much you healed up. So this is either you in a new relationship, or you're just recognizing the beauty within yourself and coming together within yourself and seeing that you don't need this hurt energy anymore, right? And that's why Spirit's like, empower yourself. Are you going to be this hurt person again? No. Are you going to be this vengeful, angry person again? No. What's up with this card? Ooh, yeah, the Hangman. So with this Five of Swords, then we have the Hangman, and that's what I mean. It's like, look at this all from a different perspective. Look at this all from a different perspective. He always reminds me of a Cirque du Soleil show. He always makes me feel like sort of like he's the ringmaster, or like some kind of little trickster. That's like kind of like, you know, as the show is playing out, like he just pops in and out. And that's kind of what the Hangman, like this always, even though it's lightning, it always feels kind of like a bungee cord. Like he literally just like dropped out of the sky and was like, boop. Nice. I was sitting in my living room last week, and this spider literally like dropped down from the ceiling fan, like right in front of me, and it was like, wow. And that's what I mean. It's like, it feels like it just gave me like bungee jumping. It's like, that's the Hangman. And maybe that's where some of this comes in. It's like this situation might arise and it might just drop down on you like a spider, like a little, it just said boogeyman, like a little hangman type thing. But it's not meant to throw you off and put you in dark energy. It's like the universe kind of checking you a little bit. Yeah, it's like the universe kind of checking you a little bit. But this Hangman energy usually implies suspension, being still. You're hanging upside down for a while. That's not the traditional, I mean, this isn't that traditional energy of like just hanging out for a while. This feels more like someone like just dropped down out of the sky, tipped their hat at you, like kind of throws a little trick in your path to see if you're smart and you know what you're doing, and then like goes back up into the sky. And if that situation arises, which is being, you know, this is clarifying this. So when this all arrives, I feel like that's the thing, is like, it's like this can literally just be like, whoop, and like disappear again right off the board, just like whoop. So that's why I think this is saying like, don't spend so much time stressing or worrying about this. It's like, empower yourself, pick up your sword and take care of this business, because you've done way too much work to get to this point. You've done crawled out of this energy, stepped away from this person or this part of yourself. Look at this beautiful unity energy with this Lover's card. This might pop up to test you, and I think it's literally just like a pop-up, like it'll go away. Let's see if anything else wants to come out for you, Aquarius. Oh, that's like 50 cards. Hold up. See, that's why I was picking today. Because I wanted to keep throwing like 20 cards at me, and I was like, no. Just gonna lay out 2 more. King of Swords. Nice. Yes. Okay. See, that's what I'm saying. We were in this Prince of Swords energy before, so this was either... I don't feel like this is necessarily a person, but it could be in the sense of like, was a boyfriend, was a girlfriend, was whoever. But I will say if it was a person, then you just upgraded, or they matured, or that's why I feel like this is more about you. I feel like you matured. There was this Prince of Swords energy. He is wounded. He is hurt. He is cut up. He is self-sacrificing. He is just emo as hell. And now we have this King of Swords, and this King of Swords is much more resolute, much more sure of himself, much calmer, not a single scratch on him. Like, that's what I mean. It's like this healing cycle, this energy. And this very much has to do with your own element, which is that air element, that swords energy, Aquarius. So this, I feel like, is, and it's not only that, it's very much your masculine energy. So you're doing your action, what you're actually saying, what you're actually thinking, what you're actually communicating, what your mind is actually studying, what you're actually doing. Like, there is, and I think it's very much about communication in that sense. It's like you are just not about this energy anymore. You went through a major step up. It totally bypassed the Queen energy. This is very much in your masculine energy, very much about your communications. Like, you have, it just said you have mastered the art of communication in the sense of, you know when to do it, where to do it, how much communication to give, what kind of communication to give, what energies not to give, and it has everything to do with this Prince of Swords energy. Like, you're just not about that anymore. So this King of Swords energy has stepped up. This is you sitting on your throne. Yes, I love that it has like the helms of a ship kind of here. These symbols in general, there's an ankh, and then there's like a wheel. And it could either be like the helm of a ship, or it could be, there's other like Nordic runes and symbols and stuff that kind of relate to that. So that's what I mean. It's like you are, and it was saying the captain of your own soul, and it just gave me the song by Lana Del Rey and The Weeknd, Lust for Life, where it's like, we're the masters of our own fate. We're the captains of our own soul. So there's no need for us to hesitate. And then it's a love song. It's all about taking your clothes off and everything. So I think this really does have to do with a relationship. But you can also strip yourself down in the sense of, like, if you've been hiding part of yourself from the other side of yourself. It's talking about taking all of your clothes, being in lust for life. It's like, but that's why I just feel like this is so about yourself, Aquarius. It's like loving yourself, lusting after yourself in these positive ways, right? Like, just focusing on yourself and your own self-mastery and your own empowerment, because this is coming up. Let's get one more card in this. Yeah, the Devil. Okay, see, that's what I'm saying. This energy over here is a test, Aquarius. It's a test. You've got 2 major arcana over here. You got the Hanged Man and the Devil. Now, when this Devil card pops up, all I ever see is David Bowie's character from Labyrinth, Jareth. And it's like he, right, like there's a lot worse villains and characters out there in all kinds of movies and stories that do much worse things to people, right? This type of devil is the kind that, like, kind of twists your mind a little bit, kind of fucks with you. Ooh, and look, that F-bomb just came out. Like, as soon as I said that, I was like, maybe I shouldn't have said that. And it was like, no, like, that's what it was saying. It was like this kind of energy that just fucks with you. So pardon my language there, but that's the word that wanted to come out. Like I always say, my Aquarius friend, she would literally say that out loud and not care who was standing in the room or was watching the video at all. So that's a very Aquarian energy. But now that it just gave me that lust song, that lust for life song, it's like that could be in here too. There could be a situation that comes back up either with the same person that was or the same type of energy that you were trying to get rid of, because this could be about types of people, right? Like maybe you always are with the same type of people, the same type of energy, you're always dealing with the same type of thing, and you're recognizing that, so you're shutting that energy off both from within yourself and not allowing yourself into relationships with people like that anymore. That's where that self-empowerment comes up. The lust for life song is like that. It's like this is that test where it's like this might pop out of nowhere, kind of throw your world upside down. What is this energy? It's this devil card. That can very much be about lust instead of love, which is that lover's card. You need to always go to love, higher love, because it just keeps showing me how like in that movie The Labyrinth, it's like he promised her all kinds of pretty little things and trinkets and stuff like that, but that's not really giving her what she needs, right? Or what she wants. In that movie, he keeps just kind of like dangling things in front of her face, making little pretty promises, or just kind of just playing games with her, right? She's in a labyrinth. It's literally a representation of being lost and going through twists and turns and being played with, while he sits in his castle and watches her through the crystal ball type deal, right? So that's what I mean. It's like that's exactly what that energy feels like. That's exactly where this card feels like it's coming from. And I think this is going to pop up, and this is just spirit letting you know that like that's exactly what this energy is. It doesn't mean that this person is bad. It doesn't mean that this it's like this devil card is not indicative of someone being mean or bad or evil. It just simply means that there are like vices you're gonna have to face, right? It doesn't mean that this person is bad. It doesn't mean that this energy is bad. It just means this is the energy that's coming in this situation at this moment, is what it's trying to say. So there is a bit of that in there for you too. It's like you don't have to always cut people out of your life fully, but sometimes to an extent. And whatever this situation coming up for you is kind of like, it just said, here's your sign. Just said, here's your sign. That is devil energy coming up, popping up with this hanged man to kind of flip your world into perspective, or rather out of perspective, to kind of mess with you. And that's why you've been really going through this King of Swords energy and this Lover's energy. And it just said like our advice is to like stay over here. I want to get some luck cards for you, so let's just pull one for this situation. Where are you lucky in this situation? What helps you kind of navigate out of this or work with this? Ooh, like 3 cards just fell. I'm gonna take this one. That 5 of Cups. Hang on, there's a whole bunch of cards that fell on the floor. I just want to see what fell out. It's a lot. Yeah, I'm not going to take those. That 5 of Cups, though. So this is 5 of Cups energy. Then you have 5 of Swords energy. So with this 5 of Cups coming out as your luck card, what that tells me is in a traditional 5 of Cups, there's 3 cups spilled over, and then there's 2 that are behind their back that are not. Here's those 2 cups to me, and that's behind this back, right? And this is the 5 of Swords, so it's kind of like, that's what I mean. It's like, what's your luck? You've got your own love behind your back to back you up now. And that's because you've been working on it hardcore. You've been working on it really, really hardcore. So you have love to back you up, to help you through this energy. You don't need to worry about that lust. And that's the song that was coming up. That's the word that's coming up. So it might very much be about lust. You are above that now. You have worked through that energy. Please do not return to that energy. You are working in, you've mastered your mind and your communications. You've mastered this energy of love and unity within yourself. You don't need to step back into these energies. You need to empower yourself and just knock that shit out. Aquarius, it's being very blunt with you. Whatever energy is coming, it's like it wants me to cuss. It wants me to just be very blunt with you. And it's that's what I mean. It's like, where's your luck? It's the love that you've been building for yourself. It's the love that's right behind your back. Where's that at? Right here. There you are. So that's what I got for you, Aquarius. Let me know how that resonates for you guys. If you would like some singing bowl healing here at the end of this video, I have attached it here at the end of the video. So just if it resonated for you, let me know in the comments and I'll catch you guys later. Thank you. Okay, so if you're still here, you're here for your sound healing, music healing. This is specifically a sound bowl for the throat chakra. It's just a little singing bowl, nothing too fancy, but I do love the sound of it. So we're just going to work on this beautiful blue throat chakra, also third eye chakra, that whole entire area, and kind of clear out those vibes. One more. And there we go. Thank you so much for staying. Hopefully that helps you out. Hope you feel better, and we'll catch you guys later.